down, going. Like admin privilege, we'll never finish it.
You can just flip it over. That's how Josh or somebody's gonna have to go on there and say, do you got to change something, right? Scott know how to do it. But I don't have to change a thing. It's gonna come up live. Oh man, breakfast champions right there. Who won the game first time? Who won the JV game down there?
They did.
I can't have full score.
They beat 45-28. Starting to rain.
No, I got it.
Man.
Got it from the horse's mouth while y'all were hard at work.
Thank you.
I was telling Harriet down there, they were just talking about that Mike DeCourcy on the Packers show there. Yeah, I was coming in, he was talking about Packers said, I give you Carolina, Kentucky, Duke, and Indiana. Blue blood is going to be blue blood. Yeah. How many do you take to get the NCAA? He said, well, the natural one would be Indiana. Because, the record's a little bit against the buddy, because they're up some schedule is brutal. He said he thought
Big Ten.
Yeah, he thought Carolina was on the upset. He didn't even think that was about Kentucky. I didn't think about that. I sort of laughed after. He didn't even, he never came back to him. Didn't say Kentucky's a no. Yeah, didn't even. He said Duke, their next 4 games is pretty easy. But he didn't say that. He didn't on the ball the other day. But he said he thought Carolina was winning.
I thought the second half the other day when they played against Spain, best they may have looked at this year and last year.
The first half of the game was to watch.
Oh yeah, it wasn't. It's just here, up and down. Y'all score, okay, we'll score. Oh, y'all want to play defense? Well, let's wait for the second half. The second half?
It's wonderful when it does with the way basketball is played there.
How about that?
Now, 15 years ago,
Probably.
He's as good a freshman football player.
The big thing about him, sometimes his hands. Sometimes there's something you got. They'll hit him inside instead of.
I knew he must have been good for getting on him when he was a sophomore. You don't want everybody killing season live.
Right.
I think they're actually going to get a kid out of West.
Oh, at the Neely. I see where he said he was going to commit to Saturday.
Yeah, I never know. But those guys, they all do this put the ball after they know. Chris Ball came up yesterday at UVA. So
Yeah.
he's pretty. I mean, he's a tall guy, a little more.
He's got a little 4, 6'5", 4. Yeah.
There's a 6'7" kid and Stab Starfield, Justin Taylor.
Yeah.
But I don't think he can take it. They ain't gonna get killed. He's gonna wait and see what he's gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he's waiting on. Yeah.
One of those two. That's all right. You don't want to learn how to play defense. But you got to want to go there. Ain't no half stepping.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have about 4 minutes to tip off for our first game of tonight's doubleheader. The JV Radford Bobcats coming across the bridge to take on the Pulaski County Cougars. This is a repeat of last week's game in which the JV Bobcats took the Cougars measure 45-28. So Cougars certainly looking to turn that around. But as always, the task when you play Radford, you're going to have to handle the ball under pressure, and often they're able to get into your bench, and so we're going to have to see some bench players for the JV Cougars come to play tonight if they're going to want to turn that score around or be able to beat Radford tonight. As I have a second here, I'll finish up what I wanted to say. A couple things. On our last telecast, the YouTube channel kept kicking us off. Jeremy Fleener has been working feverishly and believe we have a cure if it does in fact kick us off later. He's going to switch it over to Facebook Live, and they're going to shoot out a thread or URL for you to be able to find that on your computer at home if you're watching the stream. So hopefully it'll be. We apologize, but that's not on us. That's YouTube. It's not us. So we're doing the best we can, and we'll continue to do what we can for you guys. Again, as we go through the COVID protocol here at Pulaski, very few parents are in attendance. We have JV cheerleaders, and then we have the scores table and referees, and that's it other than the two teams. So we feel like Pulaski has done a really nice job hosting these games and taking all the necessary precautions. I haven't myself got any feedback on that, but I wouldn't since I'm 2 years removed from working here. But at the same time, I can tell that Scott Vest and Jennifer Bowl and her staff have done a tremendous job making sure that we're taking all those necessary precautions. I, for one, think it's really important that these young fellas are out here able to do something that they love and take their mind off things, because we all know how tough it's been over the last year. On a basketball note here, and obviously a somber note, this is the 1 year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's tragic death and his daughter in the helicopter crash. I was actually at a basketball game that afternoon. I had gone, my wife and I had traveled down to Winston-Salem to watch Wake Forest and UVA. It was a Sunday afternoon game, and then when we turned on the radio, we got the really sad news. So prayers still to that family and all those that were affected by that. Well, we're getting ready for tip-off here, but there won't be a tip-off, as I've said so many times. Radford will have the ball out, side out, and I'll go ahead and give you the starting lineups. For Radford, uh, number 4, Parker Prelude. Number 12, Gavin Harrington. Number 24, Isaiah Austin. Number 40, Brandon Thompson. And number 42, Max Knight. The JV Bobcats are coached by Mr. Jeff Little and assistant Bev Davis. Those two guys have done a tremendous job with that JV team for some time. And one of the real reasons I think that Bradford's such a tremendous program, they do exactly the same thing, 8th JV, varsity all the way through. For your JV Cougars, coached by Raj Hines. I also see Anthony Akers on the bench with them tonight. So hopefully that'll give them a lift as well. Number 3, Angelique Whitaker will be the point guard. Number 5, Caleb Horton. Number 11, Nazir Green. Number 12, Aiden Akers. And number 20, Tyler Underwood will be your starting lineup for the Cougars. As the PA announcer calls out the starting lineup, Prelude's a sophomore, Harrington's an 8th grader, Isaiah Austin's a 9th grader, Brandon Thompson is a 9th grader, and Max Knight's a 9th grader. So have an 8th grader in there for Radford. Here we go. Ready to tip it off. Tonight will throw the ball in for the Bobcats as Whitaker picks up full court with the Harrington. Good block out there by Underwood. Early foul over the back. But I like the action by Radford there. Quick basket cut by Harrington, and as soon as he caught it in the lane, he kicked it out for an open 3. Both teams open up here in man-to-man. A nice backdoor cut there by Whitaker. A little long on the pass, but a good idea. Pulaski will have possession there. Looks like they're going to be in a 1-4 set here. Fort throws it in. Good play there by Akers. Maintaining possession for the Cougars. Good step through there by Underwood, and the Cougars are on the board. 2-zip. That was a nice defensive effort there by Horton. Harrington has made a nice defensive play himself. It looked like he'd thrown a pretty good pass there. Horton got his hands on it, and again, Akers there with the steal and a head to Horton. So return the favor. Not quite, but good follow there by Nazir Green. Really liked his aggressiveness last week on the boards, and Pulaski quickly moves out to a 4-0 advantage. Very good reaction. Pulaski switched the back screen there, and Akers picked up on it. thing about Radford's going to come down in that secondary break. I tell you, Horton's picked up nicely here defensively. He's gotten back in transition, which is key. I think that's already you can see the improvement from a few weeks ago. The first time these guys picked it up, the fast break was killing them, and you're going to have to get back against Radford because they're going to keep coming at you. And they're going to go several into their bench, so they're going to remain fresh. So you're going to have to do it for 4 quarters. Looks like they're going to try to post up Horton here. Got a matchup inside that they coach thought he liked. Good take there by Underwood. Came up a little short, but again on the boards. Horton, I really like the energy that he and Caleb is starting this game with tonight. He's going to go to the line shooting too. Radford already has 3 fouls. 2 minutes in. Good stroke there by Horton. Coach has to be pleased with this stuff. Got behind early and just weren't ever able really, I don't think, to be in the game at Radford. I wasn't there, but just from what I understand. Good back cut on the overplay. Not quite get to go down there. That shot taken there was by Ray Brubeck, number 10, is in the lineup now. That's Knight's second foul. And as their starting post player, I can't imagine. His brother's a nice player on the varsity, one of their leading scorers, and so I'm sure he's one of their better players. And very quickly, Coach Little calls timeout. Don't think he thinks his kids are into it. A lot of times when you're a half a step behind and you're reaching like that, you're just not focused because you do have to move. You have to move without your ball, the ball's in the air. If you watched the game last night, the Syracuse UVA game, Jay Billis was commenting that, if you're ever at a practice with UVA, the one term that you're going to hear all the time is air time. And what's meant by that is as you're working on your defensive positioning, when you're working on man-to-man, when that ball, if you only move once the ball's in the air. So constantly coaches are always harping on air time. You have to be in tune with that. Second time Pulaski's gone to this inbounds play. Little screen back in for the guy taking the ball out. Worked fairly well, just didn't quite have his feet under him. Both these teams really coming out aggressively in the man-to-man. Harrington with a nice take. I like the left-handers. Already like a lot of what I see out of the little 8th grader out there for Radford. He is a really good on-ball defender. And we've already seen enough offensively to know that he plays with his head up. Foul's going to be on Aiden Akers. That's his first. That's team foul number 1. Coach Little thought that was going to be a shooting foul, and I have to admit I thought so as well. But Radford out underneath. See if Pulaski defends his play. That's a tough call, but it's a call that has to be made. But Horton getting to the floor early there, diving for the loose ball, took out Rubeck's feet. You hate to call that as an official, but you have to call it because otherwise Rubeck would have been able to maintain possession. Whitaker might have got away with a little bump there on Prelo. After picking up full court now, let's see how they handle this. Pulaski had an opportunity to reverse the ball real quick there and take advantage of the Radford overplay, but not. Seems like they're pretty comfortable handling the ball against the Radford man-to-man. Can't fight that overplay right there like Green just did. Really thought that he was up and under the shooter there, but I think it's probably what goes around comes around. There was a little questionable call on the other end, so probably tit for tat there. And quickly, Cam Cooper's in the lineup. He'll be checking in for Caleb Horton. Horton had a good 4-minute spurt there. Probably needs a break, quite honestly. Radford running Harrington off the double screen there. A play that Pulaski needs the dribble handoffs and the ball screens seem to be effective. Pulaski, they're either going underneath and they're getting caught there, but Harrington got all the way into the lane, pretty much uncontested, all the way to the rim for the little 4-foot floater. Nice bucket, 5-4 Pulaski. That's a tough feed from all the way to the top. So a good pass by Cooper would be probably better served if they're going to go high-low there. They're trying to get the ball about foul line there. But a good pass there, and Underwood, nice strong seal there. So he's going to line shooting 2. That foul was on Brubeck. Prelo back in the lineup, replacing Harrington for the Bobcats. And into the lineup for the first time for the Cougars is number 22, Trey Landreth, giving Nazir Greenham a break. As I said earlier, that's if Pulaski's able to play 8, 9 without much letdown, I think that's going to be big in deciding this game. So far, they've really done a nice job in the transition defense, which is so good to see. You can tell they've worked on that. That was a walk. Never want to leave the floor without something to do with it. It sounds simple, but just jump stop right there. Jump stop right there, and good on-ball defense there by Cooper. Good ball pressure. Well, almost a good play by Akers, but He left. They had to cover up on the drive there. Connor Young with the deuce. 7-6. 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. No rush here. No rush. Pulaski going to run a little set here. Bring Bourne back off the double down. Nice set run. Akers and Brubeck went up at the same time there. I'm not all going Radford's way there. 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. High ball screen here to see what Harrington does off of it. Money. 7 seconds. See if Johnson can get a shot off here. Akers aware of it. Very nice take there. Like to see him do that. Be a little bit more aggressive there. That's a good read. We got a 9-9 game. Good quarter there. Both teams aggressively playing man-to-man. And like to see that. Both teams seem to be handling the pressure pretty well. Tonight's sponsor is Lewis Gale Hospital in Pulaski. We very much appreciate them being our game sponsor. And if you would like to be a sponsor of one of these contests, we have 3 more this week. I think Coach Vest has them all lined up. But if you would like to be a game sponsor, please feel free to contact Scott at svest@pcva.us and become a game sponsor.
This is on phone. Sorry. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there was one jump ball there that quarter. Our technician Jeremy Fleener got over here real quick and hopefully fixed my mic. He's going to give it a check over there. But back to action here, 9-9. Like I said, good first quarter. Again, thanks to our game sponsor, Lewis Gale Hospital in Pulaski. I see a lot of teams trying to utilize the baseline drive and hit the backside corner now. Interchanging the balls there through COVID protocol. I keep it clean basketball as often as possible. But anyway, that was a good job of Pulaski getting to that backside and covering up, because normally that's where your help is covering down to and people started taking advantage of it a couple of years ago and finding that backside corner for a 3-ball. Harrison with that left hand is a tough guard. Kick out the board, not quite there. Foul underneath on Landry. His first. So both teams picking up a few fouls here. Looks like we're going to be in the bonus. But, it's an aggressive, both teams picking up full court man a lot of times. And these two teams go after each other. One team might be not as good or down a little bit one year. They're going to go after each other. Really good rivalry. I always enjoyed coaching this game. Coaching, I guess, from 02 to 09. And then coached it again for a few years. But didn't have to say a whole lot in the locker room before the game. I'll just say that. Then at the foul line, first one not quite there. I see Malik Whitaker tackling for the Cougars to play some more. And in for the Bobcats, number 34, Sincere Taylor, and also number 40, Brandon Thompson back in. Oh, both those down and out. Good strokes up. Another foul by Landers there. I'm not really. Looks like there's been a couple quick whistles on both sides. All you can hope for is switch speed, and nice job on the Bobcats running the old screener play. Thompson first screened up and then got a back screen to the backside. Really either have to switch that play or the guy guarding the basketball in has to nice passing by Bradford, almost got the deuce, and then Thompson follows it up. Underwood will be coming back in the lineup for Landers.
Cougars are now being a 1-1 situation.
Warning to the coach. We'll give the coach a warning. First time on the wall.
Coach a little frustrated. Felt like Harrington was fouled there. And then they turn around and call it. That would be a touchdown on the reach there to put Cooper at the foul line shooting 1-on-1. Good stroke there. 1-on-1, gets another. It's kind of like the team jumping off sides with the offense going ahead and running the play. So you can kind of see what Bradford's going to push the ball up and get quickly try to get into their secondary break here off this free throw. Good stroke there. Pulaski needs to get off the snide. So Pulaski, Bradford's going to reverse the ball, and then they're going to. Good job there by Bradford. Pulaski denied the reversal. They came back to the post player, number 40 Thompson inside. Good feed. Got to make a play over the top. If you're not going to get all the way around in front, you got to stay dead behind. And there's no need to be halfway or three-quarters or wait and let them catch the ball and try to block it. You need to play defense before your guy has the ball. Good stroke there by Thompson. 18-11 Radford. Started this second quarter very quickly. That's going to have to dig in a little bit here on defense. Cooper couldn't quite get it down, and then Cooper's first foul. That's the seventh foul. Well, Pulaski, so Prelo will be going to the line, shooting 1-on-1. First one's up and good by Prelo. To 11. That's quickly bouncing the lead out to 9. got to handle the ball clean. Gets that pressure, catch and face. Got a little bit ahead of himself there. Gordon did. And another turnover here. This lead quickly escalated. Already up to 9. And good block out on the backside. Tyson was moving early on. Lost a little bit of that focus, I think.
Shooting foul by the Cougars. That's going to go against Cougars number 20, Underwood, his second.
Fouls on Underwood, that's his second. So Coach Downs will quickly get him out of there with almost 4 minutes to go in the half.
Back into the Cougars 22, Hendrick.
Get up the line on these blockouts if you feel asked. Good stroke there by Thompson. Push the lead to 10. Good job by them for Green, taking that thing all the way to the rim.
That's going to be score 40. Thompson, his second. Team foul number 8. Green to the line for the Cougars. Shooting 2.
Good stroke there by Green. Bourne back in the line for the Cougars. Giving Aiden Akers a break. Nice job there defensively by Aiden on that last time, getting over top of that ball screen. Not giving up so much space. He's looking ahead. No harm, no foul. Ray was going to look ahead, and this player wasn't looking, so he double dribbled. After a little scramble there to take Pulaski out of the set, and Wicker just has to be a little calmer. Angela again gets into the lane. Arlo just runs it right down the last and that pushes the Bobcat lead to 11. Hines quickly calls timeout. Pulaski County, 2:25 remaining in the half. 23-12, Pulaski County. At this time, I'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game,
30 seconds.
Lewis Scale Hospital in Pulaski. Serve Pulaski. Endeavor. Also would like to thank Jeremy Fleener. I made this early. We had an issue with our last home game. Thinking it was Floyd, but I'm not positive. But the feed kept losing the feed, and that was not us. It was YouTube. If that happens tonight, hopefully it won't, but if it does happen tonight, then we'll probably have to switch over to Facebook Live, and we'll be, if that happens, we'll be pushing out that feed for you. But right now, all's well. And so 3 seconds is the call, and you don't often see that quickly into possession, but nice job. Eves getting the ball up and getting back to Harrington and setting the Bobcats up into their offense here. A little bit of a loose pass there. See if Green get all the way to the hole with it. And he does. Good finish here by Green. He's had a nice game here tonight. Again, like he did against Ford, very active. That's his second. It'll be 1-1. Referees just catching that. Harrington will be at the line shooting 1-1. Obviously, he's a little frustrated with that call, but that's the way the game's been called. You have to adjust as a player, and that's one of the learning things that playing on the JV can provide. Whitaker has what I think was a nice future here in the Cougar basketball program. Good block out there by Ward. He brings the ball in the front court. Good little screen and roll there on the side. Good finish, good pass for Ward. Number 10. Ray Brubeck, that's his second. Green will be at the line to try to finish up the old school in one. Frello back in replacing Brubeck. In for the first time for Pulaski. It's number 1, Drew Edwards. And a nice little play by Bourne there to Landreth, and Landreth quickly to the rim, and a good finish. Pulaski right back in this thing, 23-19 with a minute to go and a half. Good little flurry there by Pulaski to get back in shouting distance here. We're going to take this thing into the fourth quarter right here, and then let's see what happens. Good job there by Edwards guarding Frello. Good job there on the backside rebound by Horton. Up the court. Cougar coaches encouraging their players to relax, run some offense, and get the ball to the second side a time or two. What happened on the last time? On that overplay, you've got to do a better job as a receiver. You can't just step out there and anticipate you're going to be open. You have to maybe make contact, hit the V cut, or back cut. Several options, but if you just kind of keep going out further and further, and you're giving into the defense, number 1, and number 2, the overplay is going to remain there. Those of you that aren't privy, that is legal in basketball to go into the backcourt to get the side out, but that's all. Good defense there by Harrington. Knocking off every feet. Well, 12 seconds to go. Good kick there. They're going to set a high ball screen, turns it down. Evan Harrington's had a good first half for Radford, but I tell you, I wish he would have gotten that off, because that's a great lesson. He had 3 seconds. He was able to cross over and still almost got the shot off from half court. Not half court, most kids to do. He got all the way to the top of the key right there. So, I mean, that's just something that, most kids will catch that ball and then they'll try to take one dribble and throw up in the full quarter. And that's what the defense was expecting. And almost, it was a really heady play by Bourne, almost fruitful as well. I'm going to take a little bit of a break here to go down and get the halftime scoring for you. Again, 23-19 halftime. Good little run there in the last couple minutes to get back, to cut the lead back to 4 for Pulaski County. And I'm sure the coaches will have something to build on there. They were able to keep, there was a lot of people that had 2 fouls, but nobody picked up their 3rd foul. And so, and got some nice play off the bench for Pulaski, which I thought was a key going into that, because the game's going to go up and down, and they're going to be expending a lot of energy. Bobcats, they were led in the middle, 40, Brandon Thompson. Tom Underwood scored, picked up the second there. Glad to see that he his third, and they were able to keep the close shut in there. Cam Cooper 2, Trey Landry 2, A. Baker 2, Caleb Horton 1, for total of 19. I really think if you'll ask me, be able to maintain the lead what we really first quarter, they buttoned up a double-digit lead there throughout the second quarter. But next time by the Cougars get back and then shot with 22-19. About 4 minutes to go in the halftime. And I got the other night, if you work with us, I had said on the earlier broadcast that if I say something that you don't necessarily understand X and O wise or basketball wise, I apologize. I did coach for a few years, so it's, sometimes I'm just kind of up here talking to myself. I don't think about it all the time. But if you have any questions like that, or if you have like trivia type questions, I'm certainly down for that. And we had a couple the last game wanted to know 1,000-point scores. And if you weren't with us, I'll read down this list. I don't know the exact years. I can give you a ballpark for most of these players. The first two 1,000-point scores are the first year the school was open. It was 74-75. Terry Smith and Rick Harvey have been 2 or 3 years starters at old Pulaski High School, and both coming in. Smith was an all-state player his junior year. Harvey was an all-regional player his junior year at old Pulaski in the old Region 4 there. So coming in, they were supposed to be good and were good. That district that year, I was in 8th grade that year, and I can just tell you there was only one school in Lynchburg, it was DC Glass Heritage, wasn't open yet. The Glass had over 3,000 people. Halifax County was in our league. They probably had 2,500 people. GW Danville had close to 3,000 people. They were all in our district, as well as North of Case Spring. There was no Hidden Valley, so Case Spring was a much larger school. Obviously, Franklin County, well over 2,000. We were well over 2,000 back then. Northside was probably 1,500. Patrick Henry and Fleming. Patrick Henry was over 2,000. Fleming was pushing 2,000 at that time. So that was the district. And I was joking with Anthony Akers earlier. Back then, there were only 3 divisions: A, AA, and AAA. We were AAA. The only team that got to go to regionals was the team that won the district tournament. And that's the way it was in the old New River district. So I know I'm digressing there, but just interested in a little trivia there. But Terry Smith, Rick Harvey early on. Craig Lester a couple years after them, 6'9", went on to play at East Tennessee State. Obviously the most prolific player ever to play at Pulaski County High School, the only McDonald's All-American as far as I know from this part of the state. Michael Porter graduated here in '85, but I want to say he scored about 1,900 points. Might be better known for women, the McDonald's Slam Dunk Contest. If you were watching TV last night, that was like the 30-year anniversary of Jerome Lane breaking the backboard for the Pitt Panthers when they were playing. Jerome Lane was the finalist in that dunk contest versus Mike, and Mike 360 to win that contest. But anyway, Todd Hopkins was his running mate. Todd went on to score over 2,000 points at Bluefield, and very good player. Ron Shelburne coming in after those guys with over 1,000. Ty Hash and Eric Webb both went over 1,000 in the mid-90s. Jeff King, right around, I guess he graduated around 2001, scored over 1,000. C.C. Grubb is the only player in the last 15 years. I coached Ernie Hodge, and Ernie played 4 years of varsity and would have, I think, easily been over that, but had a stress fracture his senior year and missed 5 games. I think he ended up with like 990 points. Jared King also played for me, and Jared had about 980, although he also probably had about that many assists. And so that's why we won the District 3 of his 4 years that he played. Other guys, I thought Davey Webb played back when I was in school. Davey graduated in '81. Didn't score 1,000, but was a really good player, probably close. Somebody asked about Roy Flynn. Roy, one of my really good friends in high school. Roy graduated in '79, but actually he wasn't much of a scorer until his senior year. Our junior year, we had Lester was on the team. as well as Jimmy Venable, who went to Richmond to play football. But we had some other, D1 type athletes, and Roy was Player of the Year our senior year. Anyway, back to the game. That's your 1,000-point score. CC Grubb, the last one to do it, graduating here a couple years ago. Nice take there by Aiden Akers into the lane, staying nice and balanced. Bradford with a little weave action. Whitaker, it was official injury timeout. Whitaker.
It's for the Cougars, number 2, Warren.
So they have to replace Whitaker real quickly with Bourne. And 23-21. Bradford. Akers bringing the ball up. Action there to get the ball inside. Wasn't able to get it down, but Underwood came out of the rebound there. This was Bourne maybe. And they were played fairly quickly in the 4-point Akers on. Good defensive play and a look ahead. Good play there by Akers. Kind of hustle play you want, and a heads up play to get the ball quickly out in front. I think sometimes, JV,
Rebound.
you have a lot of young players, and they're looking to make strides, looking to make advances, and so as players get in, and so you sometimes you don't always get the shot to go down, but you have to be. As a coach, you have to do that. They made the right play. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to get done. Anyway, good look inside there. Not good defense by tonight to knock the ball away from Underwood. We have to be careful on this throw in, and we've about thrown it away a couple times in this play. Bradford's defending that play pretty well. They're trying to come back to the gentleman that threw the ball in the good board there. Good overplay there by Radford. Leaves the turnover. Quickly into the front court. Barely finds himself open.
Jump ball.
Scrum on the floor.
Radford.
Radford will have the ball as Pulaski had the ball to start the quarter. 23-21, 4:19 in the third. Nice stop there by Radford. Not quite complete. They were able to maintain possession. Whenever you have a drive like that, into the middle of the field, breaks the defense totally down. So Isaiah Austin didn't score the basket. Tonight, got the rebound and stuck it back in. But it put Pulaski out of position to be able to block out as well. And so Underwood tried to get in bad position there to be able to block out and picked up his third foul there. So Knipe at the line, trying to pick up the bonus shot here. 25-21 Radford, 4:07 in the third. Good stroke there by Knipe. USC number 42 in black in the second game tonight. Have a very similar looking shot. Turns out his brother's receiver. I think he's probably Radford's second leading scorer. The double-figure score and all of this player last year as well. Pulaski needs to get the ball reversed. I've heard the coach tell him every time we've made several passes here and got the ball reversed, good things have happened. I'm not saying you never use your dribble, but use your dribble more to. Some people use the dribble to go somewhere and set something up, and some people just like the dribble. And anyway, we need to go somewhere and be able to set our next player up. And the out of bounds play there for Pulaski, you never have to overplay. That's what I was talking about early on. You have to. You have to set your man up with the V cut and break open. If that means go all the way into him and make contact, and then coming out. Akers has to quickly come out. Got a little bit of a split lip there. We weren't able to see that in the first half because he picked up 2 quick fouls, but a good finish there by tonight. Good face up. Nice patience you see there. He used his dribble to turn around and just pushes his face up and then.
Time on the floor, Todd Pulaski. 30-second time for the Cougars.
Actually, a little bit ahead of himself there. And I don't know if you can see it on the back of your screen, but Trainer Adam Deep, we've talked before about Adam and Jackie Snell, how often it is to have not one but two college trainers available for us here at the high school. But Adam seems to have had to go to had to take Aiden back to the training room. Maybe had to put a little butterfly Band-Aid on it or something. Knows that play's coming. They've taken that handoff away now. Nice job there by Pulaski. Whitaker takes the overplay and uses to his advantage. Edwards doing the same thing there. Again, Green doing a nice job on the boards. Two shots you'll take all day. That kid for the Bobcats is Ruda replacing Harrington. 28-21. Bobcats with a 7-point advantage here. They had to do that the quickest 5-second count I've ever seen. Really, all the way to the rim there. Not a lot of defenders with the back turn. That's a shot I think Green will be able to make next year. He just needs to use the instead of falling away, Green will totally square and maybe pump faking and use his quickness. Whitaker picking up his third foul there. Needs to be careful right here. A lot of times you can pick up a really silly foul through that frustration. You don't want to compound a one mistake and make it two. Miles will move his feet here. Good job there. Good. Pulaski just a half second short on about 2 or 3 of those plays there. And they're talking. Bobcats maintain possession. Sincere Taylor with the 3 from the top. That'll push the lead back out to 10.
Count the basket. Foul will be called as number 4, preload his first foul. Team foul number 1.
It's about the first time I've ever seen a Euro on a backdoor catch like that. Gordon seemed to keep his feet pretty well. I'm not sure if he Coach Little certainly thought he took an extra step, and very well may have. Bucket's good there, Ward. Good play there by Bourne. Similar to the way the last quarter ended. Back to 6 there. Good little spurt. Oh, good hands there. Foul's going to be on Green. That'll be his third foul.
Back in for the Cougars, be 12 Acres.
Thompson just played right over. That's what I was talking about earlier about here. You just have to take a deep breath in there and relax and face up. And good finish here by Moore. Get into the finish. 9 seconds, down to 7. Don't want a foul here. Want to get a hand up. 2. 0.4 seconds remaining. Radford doesn't really have any time to do anything but throw it to the rim and tip it in. If there's a clean catch, the quarter's over. And it is. There's no way that's good. Referee should have been calling that right away.
Cougar fans, let's take a moment to meet our JV cheer squad.
As your JV cheerleaders are being announced.
First up, Morgan Farmer.
Public address.
Morgan Bank.
I would like to again thank our tonight's sponsor, Louisville Hospital in Pulaski. If you would like to be a game sponsor, either the boys or girls,
Kira Castle. And Captain Claire Duggan. And Captain Claire
if you would like to
Worley.
be a sponsor, just get in touch with Scott Tex. Call the high school and ask for Scott, or you can email ss@pcba.us. 33-27, a 6-point advantage. It's going to be really important in the first couple of minutes for Pulaski to maintain or even cut into that a little bit. I just don't think they're going to be able to come, get down double figures again and be able to cut the advantage.
Position to the Bobcats start the fourth period.
So they need to dig in here and see if they can get 2 or 3 straight stops. So there's one. Green gets to the rim. Let's see if he can finish. He does. He's done it before. Yeah. Good play by Nasir. I really love the kid's energy the last couple games. It's just a matter of really going to have to put some time in on the court to improve that skill level. I think he can be a factor. Good job by Good job, Prelude
on the ball reversal for a 3. Well, that's tough right there. You make a winning play, and then you turn right around and Varsity punishes you on over helping, and you get open 3. Horton again getting to the rim, looked like maybe took an extra step. Cooper with the rebound and didn't be able to finish it. Got to finish those. If you're going to make a run here, down 7, you've got to complete the play. Good back tip there by Bourne, but the other players weren't ready. Prelo again makes the mistake. Back-to-back 3s by Prelo pushed the Radford advantage back out to 10. Just what we didn't want to see happen. Good back cut. Still didn't finish the pass. But, that's the right play. You just have to be able to finish the right play. But then this is what I was talking about earlier in the game. Radford's not going to slow down. They're going to come down 10 up 10. They're going to run the floor 4 quarters. Or are you going to be willing to get back?
Team number 4.
Back into the game, Whitaker replacing Horton and Underwood replacing Cooper. Good play there. I think it's a good play there, but Harrington trying to draw the charge, but I think a good no call there. Underwood did a nice job gathering himself and really not a whole lot of contact there. A good finish, got it back to 9. 5 minutes to go.
Back in for the Bobcats, number 24, Hudson.
We'll take the Akers and Underwood as well. There's a pile up in there. And then they call a foul on Whitaker. All that contact on the floor, don't know who was against. Radford and Pulaski, but there's a whole lot more contact in. And they call a little ticky-tack something after all that. And that's 2 kids diving on the floor after the ball right there. That's a play on. Coach Little with a timeout here. 4:26. 4:21 on the clock. 40-31. Radford up 9. 30-second timeout. For those of you that are just joining us, we'll start the clock 20 to 25 minutes after we get done this one. And the announce time is always 7 o'clock, but you never know how long or how short the JV game's going to be. Both teams just setting it up for you. Pulaski has 16 fouls. Radford only has 1. So Radford, although I think they just want to be smarter defensively, they can be as aggressive as they want to be defensively. Nobody in real foul trouble. Nobody with more than 2. Pulaski has 6 fouls, and Whitaker, I believe, has 4 personal. So that hurts them. Obviously, he's one of their primary ball handlers. But Pulaski is. We talked earlier about a couple of kids are going to have to play well off the bench, and Bourne has given them a nice spark off the bench tonight, and as well as Cooper.
Thompson inside has been really tough on Pulaski. Kind of quietly. I think he has about 16, 17 points now. Refs did a good job taking Pulaski out of their initial offense here. Hines quickly calling a timeout there. Pulaski unable to get into the offense there. So back to the dead ball timeout. But anyway, I will move down immediately following this game and get the final scoring for you. It should take about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll take about a 10 to 12 minute break and be back with you about 10 minutes before try to set the second game up for you and give you a little preview of what we might be looking at today. We've had a really hard-fought game here. Radford pushed the lead out to 11, but it's been back and forth. Radford's done a better job, I think, finishing around the rim, whether it's on a fast break or a post play. Good job there. They can get the penetration and kicking it, getting the ball reversed. Bourne wasn't quite ready to knock it down, but he finishes on that. Think about trying to make plays on the perimeter. If you reach, the dive and reach looks good. We always just call it false hustle there because then you're playing 5-on-4, and that's never a good thing defensively. So Pulaski needs to be aggressive. Pick your spots. Because if you don't, right there, they're playing 3-on-2. Good play by Green. See, you get all the way around. Good finish. I tell you what, that kid doesn't have any quit in him. He could play for me. Akers and Bourne and Green, if I can single out 3, have just gone on to the next play all night long. They just keep playing. Not a lot of emotion shown. And really, when you get to this time, the last 3 minutes of the game, you're going to be better served because you're not going to waste any excess energy in all the emotion of it all. The more level-headed you can stay, obviously the better decisions you're going to make, but also you're going to reserve some energy there. And these kids have certainly exerted a lot of energy tonight. Both teams played extremely hard. Really enjoyed watching this JV game tonight. 42-35, Radford. 3 minutes to go. I think both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. The next Pulaski foul will start putting Radford on the line, and you have to start thinking about that pretty soon. But a little early yet. I think if you can get a trap or try to create a turnover, and I think probably down 7 you have an opportunity here, but you can't wait. Ooh. There's Green again, overplaying it. Oh, he looked back. You can see he just looked back over and saw Thompson coming. Thompson did a nice job sprinting back and getting into it. But that's all right. Cooper making a nice play. 2-on-1 here. Good pass to Bourne. Pulaski not going away here. 42-37. They could trap that dribble handoff. There's another loose ball. Pulaski got a 3-on-0. I think they got this one covered. Cut it to 3. 2-10. There's another tip. We talked about that in the last game. When you're pressing, when you're pressing, maybe the best time to make a play is from behind. You know, that back tip. Bourne did a really nice job coming underneath and not coming over top, thus not getting the foul call. So we have a quick time out there by Coach Little, 42-39. Pulaski has 2 timeouts remaining. Bradford has 1. Okay, like we said, now 2 minutes to go. No need to foul early here. Just keep playing good, solid defense. Not sure if Bradford was trying to milk the clock a little bit there, take away a little of their aggressiveness, or just Pulaski made a couple good reads there. But whatever the case may be, 3 straight turnovers and 2 resulting in quick Pulaski points. We've got a 3-point ball game here. Bourne has really heated up the ball there, some good pressure. And Akers coming out of that thing. That's like a loose ball. That's a 50-50 ball, and you can just see the look on Aiden's face right there, determination. It was going to be his. He's wedged in between 2 Bobcats, and he came out of that thing. And foul on Thompson, which is going to be his 3rd foul. Pulaski needs to remain aggressive and get the ball to the rim right here if they can. Timeout Baptist. That's his last timeout. Tough break by Pulaski. Maybe not. Maybe, I'm not sure. Bradford's seen that play several times already, so I'm sure Prelo was kind of weighing, kind of set it up there like a good defensive back that his dad was. He set up quarterback. Anyway, he saw the play and took a great angle there and got to the floor. Made the steal. Guys going to have to play defense again. But they've gotten, I think, 4 straight stops here. They seem to have every bit of momentum. So there was a huge play there by Prelo defensively. The very last thing you want to do as a coach in that situation is not get shot at. You'd rather almost have a bad shot than turnover, for sure. Sometimes bad shots can lead out to fast break layups. But in that case, Bradford will have it tonight. Will be throwing the ball into Harrington. Again, Bourne picking up full court. That's going to be 1-1. Bradford already on that foul of the minute 43. Bourne and Harrington really been going back and forth in the last several minutes. Been fun to watch. 2 really competitive kids. Good solid strike there. Youngest kid on the floor. 8th grader there. We're going to hear about him in the next several years on the Varsity. Back to 5. Still a minute 38 to go here. Pulaski can get into something here. The Bradford overplay gets him again. We really need to get somebody right here. Just needs to make a play. Love to see Cooper get in the lane and come to a jump stop and just kick it out right there. Had his head down. Tough break. I thought maybe he was looking to kick that thing out the Bourne for the 3 there. Although they didn't need to do that stuff, but they did need a good shot. Pulaski quickly back up the floor. Akers all the way to what happened there. Ref called walking there. And that was what you have to go by for sure, but there's a lot more contact than that tonight. It has been called for sure. Pulaski had to go ahead and foul with 40 seconds to go. Foul on Cooper. Harrington to the line. He'll be shooting 1-1. Again, when this game wraps up, I'll be coming back with you in about 2 minutes to give you the final score. Hines called the timeout a good thing because the ball was going to be going selling out of bounds and called that thing just in the nick of time. I think Pulaski has one timeout remaining. Radford has none. 34.5 remaining. Like I said, you'll stay with me here if you care to hear the final score. And it'll take me 2-3 minutes to go down and get those scores from Rodney Young, and I'll be back with you as quick as possible. And then I'll take about a 5-10 minute break and come back with you in about 8-10 minutes before tip-off for the second game. And set up that. Looks like we're going to finish this game probably about 3 or 4 minutes, so we definitely won't be tipping at 7 o'clock. If you're just coming on and expecting Radford and Pulaski Varsity game, I would look for that tip to happen about closer to 7:20. So I'll come on about 7:10 and try to set you up for the second game, kind of see what you might be seeing out of both teams here tonight. And also come back with the second part of the trivia question, which was which team or teams were some of the best teams in Pulaski County history. The school's been open since 1974, so we're moving in on a 50-year anniversary here. Pulaski doesn't have much time to mess around here. They have to be aggressive off the bounce. Radford does a good job pushing them out. Bourne gets a clean look, and he banks it. Banks it open apparently on Tuesday night. He had his ATM. They have to foul quickly. Underwood does. I'm not sure if Prelo. Oh, and he calls an extension.
Team foul number 10. Double bonus foul for the Bobcats.
So Prelo gets 2 here. Double bonus. But, you have to, there's an area right there, 16.4. Pulaski quickly has to, transition from offense to defense. So it's a one-possession game. Pulaski down 2. Prelo misses the first one. Pulaski either goes to the rim quickly.
Timeout, Pulaski County.
That'll be his last timeout. So, with that said, I think what I was going to say is you have 2 options there. 16 seconds, you have your guard go coast to coast, get all the way to the rim, score as fast as possible, and then get a quick timeout to set your press up. Or you get the ball up to half court and you call timeout and you run your best 3-point play, which the Pulaski has in the game here. I would think that's either going to be Bourne or Akers taking that 3-point shot. Because neither team has timeouts left, so there's no way if they score 2 points that's going to be the end of the game. Radford won't have to inbound the ball. The clock will run out. So I'm sure Coach Little is telling his kids all that. And on top of that, Radford only has 2 fouls. So they have 4 fouls to give right here. So if they time those correctly, Pulaski's not going to have much time to run a play here. We'll just see how it all unfolds here. You do have to be careful fouling because, if Pulaski's ball handler saw the foul coming, and as they're fouling, you just throw up a shot, and you can get three free throws out of it. So anyway, here we go, 11.6. It looks like there's one foul. Down to 7.2. Good job by Radford. Like I said, it took 5 or 6 seconds. Now they still have 3 fouls to get. So Pulaski needs to be aware of that. And when they see the foul coming, there's another. It takes another second off. Now we're down to 6. Aiden needs to, if he does, see that coming right there and turn around and shoot the ball and try to get three free throws out of it. I mean, it's that obvious, even in the back court. That's the right idea by Bourne there. You just have to be a little bit quicker. Now you're down all the way down to 2.3.
Number 40, the Thompson, his 4th. Team out for 5.
Pulaski runs it. Oh, it goes to the back court.
Fouls on number 4, Freelow. Team out for 6.
1.2. Even if good try though, they did get him open. Good defense there by Harrington. Well fought game. 45-42 Radford. Your final. Like I said, the varsity game will be probably start about 7:15. It looks like. I'm going to go down right now. Get the scoring here, and be back. Contest, 45-28 Bobcats pretty similar outcome there as far as the win. Just won by 3 tonight. When we break down the scoring for the Bobcats, they were led by Furlow with 12 points. Braden Thompson also led 12. Gavin Henson, really good floor game. That's the point guard, 9 points. Max Knight, 5 points. Sincere Taylor, 3. Connor Young, 2. And Ray Brubeck, 2. For your homestanding Pulaski County Cougars, they were led once again. No, I'll take that back. Nasir Green had 14 and made several good plays loose ball play. So good to see there his maturation. Two really good games in a row. Not going to ever fault that kid's effort. Jacob Bourne with 13 off the bench, and we talked early on that they were going to have to get some production off the bench, and they certainly did. Bourne chipping in 13. Aiden Akers 4, but that doesn't begin to tell the story of Aiden. He's all over the place. A lot of key rebounds and good defense by him. Tyler Underwood 4. Got in a little bit of foul trouble there that kind of undermined his night for him, but still a good effort on the board. Caleb Orton with 3. Trey Lander with 2, and Cam Cooper with 2. So really about every quarter, after the first quarter, Radford got up by 10 or 11 points. Pulaski was able to chip into it and get it back down to 4-5. We went into the fourth quarter down to 6. Radford once again got up by 11. Pulaski got it all the way to 3, but was unable to get a shot off. Radford did a really good job there at the end, utilizing the fact they only had 2 team fouls, and so they were able to basically foul the clock away. Pulaski, every time they got ready to set up, Radford fouled, they had to take it back out again. So anyway, I will be back with you. There's 16 minutes on the clock. I'll be back in about 7 minutes to set up this second contest, which fits the. I haven't seen times and rankings, but I'll have to assume that Radford would be the number 1 team in the run-up times area. They beat an undefeated Botetourt team pretty handily last week, and really I don't think anybody's maybe the first Floyd game was fairly competitive for a while. So the one advantage Pulaski has, and make that too, obviously playing at home tonight instead of on the road. And secondly, senior A.J. McLeod is his 3rd year he's been in the starting lineup, didn't play the first game. So I think that would help Pulaski as much as anything on the board. So I'll be back with you here shortly. Okay, so we back with you here. This is Mark A. coming to you live. I hope my phone stays charged for the entirety. I might have to move down. Anyway, we've got about 6 minutes before we tip off the varsity contest here. If you're here with us, a really entertaining JV game. Radford won by 3. Pulaski unable to have the opportunity to tie the game up there at the end, but unable to get a quality look as Radford effectively ran the clock out by using. They only had a couple fouls on them, so they were able to just foul the way to Pulaski only having like a second there. But anyway, good game. Both teams went at it hard, which is what you expect when these two teams go at. Tonight's contest, as I was saying earlier, the Radford varsity basketball team is, I would assume, I don't know if they've come out with it yet, is one of the top teams in Townsend, if not the top team in Townsend. They're the only team that has defeated Lord Botetourt so far. Lord Botetourt beat GW Danville last night, so GW always a tough Division IV opponent. So anyway, that kind of tells you where that was. But so just kind of setting you up here, Radford really was able to shut Pulaski down. I want to say Pulaski maybe had like 8 or 9 points the whole first half down there, but we're playing without A.J. McLeod, and I'm sure that kids might not have admitted it, but A.J. has kind of moved from being the point guard to being more of a point forward this year, and Bourne has done some more of the ball handling, but against Radford, you're going to have to handle the basketball because they're going to overplay everything and make it really tough on them. So from that standpoint, Pulaski should be better off. He's also going to help on the boards, but I think Pulaski had 24 turnovers in that first contest, and certainly what Radford looks to do in their man-to-man is create a lot of turnovers. So they're going to have to do a better. Going to have to do a better job handling the basketball in the half court. For Pulaski, good win last night at Salem. Always good to beat the Salem Spartans, and I think it was just Buck's first road win. So good job by Pulaski and going down to Salem and getting that win last night. And they're certainly not just looking for a better show tonight, but looking to compete and maybe come out on top tonight. Looking at your lineups for tonight's game, the Bobcats, perimeter 3 is very familiar. They started last year. P.J. Prelo, guard, is a 5'10" senior. Had a really tough knee injury last year in football season that probably shortened the Radford football season by at least a week. Terrific football player, terrific competitor. He looks to be back and healthy now. Still wearing a pretty big brace, but looked like he was bouncing around. Pretty good warm-ups to me. Number 14, Cam Corman is a senior. Already gone over 1,000 points. One of the best is made the transition from being a scorer, being a shooter to a scorer. He can hurt you in a lot of ways. Got great footwork. Can get that 3 ball off very quickly. Last year he shot about 50% from 3, which is unheard of. But that kind of shooting will get you somewhere. Cam is signed with the Naval Academy, so obviously not just a quality basketball player, but a quality person as well. Pulaski will have to a lot of ways to try to attack that. One of the first things I'll be looking for tonight is how is Pulaski going to guard Cam? Because Radford has a bevy of shooters. He's not the only one out there that can shoot it, but he can certainly throw a 30 or 40 piece on you real quick if you're not locked in. The other perimeter player is 22 Jackson McManus. He is also a senior and a good shooter. Inside, 11th grader, 32 Joseph Mitchell. He's the only underclassman that starts, and his running mate inside would be 6'2" senior Alex Tonight, who is a post player, but he also shoots the ball extremely well from three. So, just knowing what I know, last week when they beat Lord Botetourt, they have three freshmen that come off the bench, and Landon Clark being one of them had 6 threes against Lord Botetourt. And I think he led them and scored another night against Floyd. Maybe last night he had 14. Or maybe it was against Carroll County. I think they played Carroll County last night. But anyway, he led them in scoring. So as a freshman, he's already led them a couple times in scoring. So that tells you a little bit about him. Cam Cormany's younger brother, Gavin Cormany, also come off the bench and see major minutes at the guard position, as well as inside Elijah Kelly is the third triumvirate for the freshman. Nathan Wesley played a lot of minutes for him last year. He even started some, so they're certainly deep. I would think that Pulaski's going to have to go deep into their bench to keep up, because they're much like they're going to do the same thing their JV is. They're going to push it at you every chance they get, makes or misses. You have transition defense is paramount. Pulaski, the starters tonight for Pulaski, J.J. Kelly, 5'11" junior, number 1. Josh Bourne, also a 5'11" junior, number 2. Tate McDaniel, a 6' junior. A.J. McLeod back in the lineup, 6'1" senior, number 5. And the fifth starter will be number 11, Kyle O'Neill, picking up his first start. I will turn it over to the public address announcer at this time for the national anthem.
While entering and exiting the gym. Mask and facial coverings are required to be worn at all times while in the building. Facial coverings must be worn properly, covering your nose and mouth. All spectators are required to exit the gymnasium immediately at the conclusion of the contest. We appreciate your adherence to these guidelines and thank you for supporting Pulaski County High School athletics. At this time, we would ask that you please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America and all those serving in the armed forces, both at home and abroad, with the playing of our national anthem. Special thanks to all those present tonight that have served or currently have family members serving on active duty.
Like I said earlier,
Second game this evening, of course,
charge remains throughout the game. I might have to change over. I don't even know if that's possible. If I can go up to where the camera is, maybe I can plug in there somehow. But hopefully that won't be a problem. It looks like my charge is running pretty low, so maybe some of you out there will be glad when my charge runs out. But anyway. Those of you who have been with us know that we won't start with a jump ball. We'll start with the ball side out. That'll be
at guard at number 14, Cam Cormany.
Radford, as the visiting team, has the option to take it. Certainly they're going to take the ball. As the Radford starters really called out public address announcement for Slimer. Like I said, with 4 seniors and 32 Mitchell is the only underclassman out there.
And now here's
for Pulaski, just the opposite. They'll have 4 juniors and a senior. like I said early on, I think it's going to be Pulaski. Radford's going to run, make some distance. They're going to push it right down, and they're going to flow real quickly into their offense and into their set. So you have to get back and wall up. O'Neill, the sophomore, is getting pretty daggone good off the bench. He gets him some scoring punch. So started doing the lineup here. And, also a pretty good ball handler. So let's see how they match up size-wise. He'll be giving away a few inches to Mitchell inside. So we'll have to keep our eye on that too. If you're Pulaski, you're more concerned with number 14 in black than anything. And Bourne will get the initial assignment on him. Backside rebound there, you got to block out. Tonight got a really clean look. He's not going to miss that too many times. Good set by Pulaski, by Radford to get that open look. Pulaski had to help in, and then quickly they go back inside. They got a switch there. Bourne got caught on the switch, and quickly into tonight, 2-0 Bobcats. Radford in their man-to-man defense. They're going to deny everything. And they're also going to do that. You have to jump stop. You know they're going to be there. You know help side's going to be there. So you have to, once you go baseline, you're going to have to make an extra pass or pull up and shoot the jump shot. You're not going to be able to get all the way to the rim there. There's always going to be a help side defender there. Rebounding foul against Mitchell there. Good look there by Cormie. Coach Cormie stressing to him to get his feet up underneath him, and that's not something you're going to hear very often because, like I said early on, he's got as good a footwork as you could ask for a high school player. He gets it all very quickly and efficiently. Getting the ball to the second side, which is always a good thing. You don't want to get in a hurry, but you do have to take that opportunity right there. It's very well done by Gully. They got the floor spread, and distributed in appropriate places, and able to take advantage of his matchup there. We have a timeout on the floor. Jason McMahon is quickly down. Don't want ever to see that again. Like I said, at times like this, you feel so fortunate that not only do we have one, but we have two Division I level trainers. And had him beating Jackie Snell, but beat Coach Cormie out looking and working with Jackson McManus right now. To his feet.
Injured player of the Bobcats, number 22, McManus.
So in replacing McManus is the freshman I was talking about earlier, number 2, Landon Clark. Last week against the Lord Botetourt, he had 6 threes. Last night, Carroll, he had 14. So he can definitely stroke the ball. And matched up with another good shooter in the game. So we'll keep our eye on that matchup. I was going to have to defend that back screen and that crossing action inside against Radford to start off with. Trailer all the way into the hole. You don't want to foul's going to be on goalie right there. It's his second personal already. And Prelo to the foul line. Scully's second foul. Too bad for him. He seemed to have a pretty good matchup on offensive end. And so quickly in for him is number 20, Sealander. Prelo makes 1 or 2. Again, just as JV, the first pass a lot of times is your most important pass against Radford because they overplay everything. Pulaski so far hasn't had problems with that, but I think they're doing it purposely, kind of spreading the floor, looking for a back cut and then a field. They don't seem to be in too much of a hurry here. I'm not sure if that's by design or Radford's pushed them out. But they look pretty comfortable out there, and it looks like they're trying to dribble at, maybe get a one-on-one matchup like this one. But Prelo is Radford's best on-ball defender, and that's why they have him on AJ. Radford quickly transitioning to the offensive end, a little bit too quick, and Marcel Baylor in replacing Mitchell. Radford goes to a little bit small line. Coach Corey called 32, and that's going to be, they're going to trap the dribbler as soon as he crosses half court. So good job by Bourne recognizing that and quickly moving to O'Neal. You gotta find him quickly in transition. That's as pure jump shot as you're going to see. So when you talk transition defense, you got to hear 5 Pulaski County people calling out men, and they got back. They were back there. They just didn't locate. Good job by Pulaski again. Bourne recognized they got it to the second and third side and took it all the way on in. That's running a little weave, running for me off the double set. You've got the 2 guys that are setting that screen right there. If Bourne gets hooked on the screen like that, one of them is going to have to fly out and switch out on the shooter. But again, Pulaski content here to try to set up the back cut and basically have a 5-out offense working here. They run a little under overset there. Pick and roll, that 3 will be good. O'Neal. Here comes Radford. That's what I'm saying. You have to get back. You have to protect your paint. Tonight, and Foreman and Clark, there's no picking your poison. You have to get back, call out your man, and again, Pulaski not getting back and organized fast and cost them. Ball between the 2 shooters there really kind of puts you in a bind, and then Prelo says, I can shoot it too. That's now the 3rd Bobcat that's already hit a 3 in this first period. Really puts a lot of pressure on your defense. 12-7 Radford. Minute 45 in the first. Pulaski running that little under overlook. Trying to get a back cut. Almost there. Prelo a little overzealous in the overplay. A bunch of Bobcats coming in now. 20, Gavin Foreman. 30, Elijah Kelly. I think my phone kicked me out there for a little bit, but I'm back now, I think. Have a little more charge now. Hopefully I can at least get to halftime here. Battling inside, the two seniors, Cloud and Corley, have gone into each other several times in years past. Again, trying to get around there. And Radford's fourth foul. Good job guarding the initial secondary break. Evans for me does a good job navigating the pick and roll. Gets a pretty good clean look there. Good rebound in there by Sealander. That was a better jump stop that time by Makai. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to go in there. You have to go in there, but you have to go in there under control. Understand what's going to happen. Look ahead wasn't there. Good try there, Pulaski. Got the ball reversed. They're close to having the shot they wanted from Lester there, but again, not in a hurry. They need to be. They seem comfortable at this pace. Five-second count there against Pulaski. Three-pointer's good by Cormany. 15-12 Radford. 6:18 to go in the quarter. 1.5. Good pressure on the ball there. That's the right call. Christy Johnson. Again, you go down there, you have to anticipate Radford's going to have a help side defender right there. And Warren back in the lineup for Johnson as well as McDaniel back in to play for Sealander. Sealander did a pretty good job there inside. I like what he gave him last week against Floyd. Let's see if he can get the ball inside a little bit tonight. Now that's the fourth player for Radford to hit the three tonight. Landon Clark, the freshman there in the corner. Good play by Knight. Inside, drew the double team and kicked it quick. They got it quickly reversed for the shooter. We got the double flare on the backside. We have the double. I think McLeod can get into the lane on the dribble. If he can get in there under control, I think he can create a shot. That's right there. That's what I'm talking about. Great job by Underwood. Just hurt his shot a little bit. Good job. Much better job that time defensively by Pulaski getting back and communicating. Mitchell quickly into the lane, kicks it out to Knight, quickly to Furlow. And just like that, 21-12 Bobcats. Pulaski yet to scratch in this quarter. That's the second three by Frelo. Again, thanks to tonight's sponsor, Lewis Gale Hospital in Pulaski. We like to also be a main sponsor. We have 3 more opportunities this week. Call Coach Best. Girls or guys, all home games. We're looking for sponsors to allow you to watch the games for free. A lot of high schools are charging for the fee. Coach Best has worked out arrangements where we can give it to you for free. All because of our sponsors tonight. Lewis Gale Hospital in Pulaski being our main sponsor. Just get in touch with Coach Best here at the high school, and I'm sure he'll set you up. This season's going to go by really fast. We have 3 more home games this week, boys and girls, than we have next week, and then we're into the tournament. So, short season due to COVID. And Nice flare cut there. Good feed by Bourne to Nestor. Pulaski badly needed that. Rebounding foul in there on Bourne. It looks to be. Carlo very active on the boards, as you would suppose. They put a body on him. Pulaski just switching the ball screens there, so it works out pretty well. Look for Radford to screen and then slip that screener really quick to take advantage of the switch being inside of it. You're basically being guarded by the guy you're screening. So good head and shoulders by Cormany there.
Cougar foul will be going to number 3, McDaniel.
Fouls on McDaniel. That's his second.
Number 6.
3 minutes to go. Let's see if they choose to pull him or have to protect him. Alex Sealander will be checking in. I believe he'll be taking McDaniel's spot. That's a tough hit for Pulaski. McDaniel that guy can hit 2 or 3 threes real quick. Radford with a quick trap. Got Pulaski a little bit heated up, a little spread up there, and that's all it took. The advantage of having Wesley out there is that he allows Tim to play off the ball, and they can run him off some screens. Good through the double team down low, kick out to Wesley, and I believe that's now your 5th Raptor Bobcat that's hit a 3. Nestor again, Bourne finds him in the corner, matches the 3, cut it back to 8. Pulaski got to put together some stops here, but Cormany right back up, right back into the lane, and finishes off 1 foot. A nice little floater there. 28-18 Raptor, 2 minutes to go in half. Okay, they've got him off that 3. I think that's 4 threes. Coach Cormany not happy. But like I said, 28-21. Radford's still up 30. Pulaski needs to, right here, put together 2 or 3 stops. Maybe get this thing to about a 4-point game by halftime. I'd like to thank Lewis Gale Hospital and Pulaski for being tonight's game sponsor. We appreciate the opportunity you're giving these young men and women as our Pulaski County Phillies are here with us tonight as well. Back in the lineup for the Bobcats is Elijah Kelly. He'll be inbounding the ball to Tim Cormany. Took Bailey's place. play there by Tyler Mills. Wasn't quite handled there by Sealander, but a nice thought. Quickly, like I said, you've got to locate. And, they're going to run the floor. Are you willing to run the floor for 4 quarters? Because they sure are. Really getting physical in there with Prelo and McLeod. 2 good-looking athletes, 2 good players. Good kick out by McLeod to O'Neal.
3-point basket for O'Neal.
Right back at it. You've got to sprint the floor back. Really stretching the defense. You see what Pulaski does here. 30 seconds to go in the half. Back in, they've had a lot of success with AJ being the playmaker in there. Oh! Almost moving in. Good look for him. Better job, Evan Pulaski. 10 seconds to go. (32-24), 8-point game. Nice job by Pulaski. I mean, getting the ball in there to McLeod, letting him be a little bit of a playmaker. You know Bradford's going to do a great job on the help side and doubling the post there. And they've been able to exploit that actually and get a couple clean looks for Nestor and O'Neal. 32-24, I'll be back with you in about a minute with halftime scoring. I think I'm on live. I hope I am. Jeremy's got me hooked up here with a different phone. And so when he gets back over to the cameras, he'll give me the heads up or the Jeremy, can you hear me over there? Jeremy, can you hear me? Am I good? So 32-24, Pulaski County. And the Bobcats will have the ball to start the quarter. I apologize I didn't get back to you soon enough. Boy, I tell you, this mobile TV stuff it's kind of nice. Forgot my score tablet. I was trying to get situated for the second half as far as the camera goes. So as we go here, as the Bobcats have the ball, they were led in the first half of P.J. Prelo with 9, Cam Cormany 8, Alex Knipe 7, Nathan Wesley 5, and Landon Clark 3. They hit 7 threes in that. Pulaski was led by the freshman Lane Nestor with 12, Kyle O'Neill with 6, AJ 2, Josh Bourne 2, and JJ Gully 2. So a good first half of basketball. Like I said, let's see if Pulaski really dig in here and get some stops. Pulaski switched out a couple times, and then, if you're going to switch, you got to continue. I mean, it's got to be communication with both players there, and that's obviously what they didn't have right there. They switched a couple screens, and it was all good. Gully right back at him for a nice pull-up. They got to dig in and get some stops here. You got to know your personnel. Landon Clark can really shoot that ball. We have 2 freshmen in the house tonight that can flat out shoot it. And actually a third. We haven't seen Gavin Cormany stroke it from out there, but he is more than capable. Prelo with a nice steal and all the way. First one's in and good, and that pushes Prelo into double figures. Actually, no, I forgot he hit the 3 on the last one, so that pushes him to 13 points for the night, I believe. So the Bobcat lead 40-26. PJ didn't think he got him, but I believe he got him on the follow-through. And Lane Nestor to the foul line to shoot 3.
3 the hard way.
Radford beats the pressure, and Clark with a nifty little left-handed finish. (42-29). Little 1-4 flat set there. Really, there's no help. Bournemouth's out there on an island against Cormany, and Cam's footwork and everything. It's going to win the day there most times. Pulaski really dug in and did a pretty good job there defensively, but Radford unrattled by it and just kept running their offense. And just like that, another three, and they pushed the lead to 18, 47-29, 4:30. Coach Kenoy going to have to call a timeout. So those threes just add up real quick, and Radford's already hit 3 of them here and 10 for the ball game. And I'm not sure how much you've heard or not heard. I've got a couple of texts. I had to switch phones there, and hopefully the mic is live now. But 4:31 in the third, tonight's game. We'll be right back in action tomorrow night in our first actual conference game, although I don't guess it counts as a conference game. We're playing the Patrick Henry Patriots, longtime rival out of the city of Roanoke, Division V school, and saw where they got off. They played last week, played Fleming 2 times and split it. But the boys will be playing here, and the girls will travel down there, which will be quite a contest. That's 2 of the better girls teams in the area for sure. Tip-off JV tomorrow night will be 5:30. Good pass there by McLeod. Hands by Sealander. Very nice. Good finish. Nobody picked up the younger Cormany, but he was not quite true on the shot. Pretty good action there. AJ didn't seem quite certain he wanted to shoot the 3 there. Kyle O'Neill replacing Nestor. Also back in for Pulaski is McDaniel. He'll replace AJ McLeod. Peyton's yet to hit a 3 tonight, which is pretty unusual for him. Pulaski's really defended that initial action that Radford deploys the back screen pretty well tonight. But as I said earlier, they just kind of keep running their stuff. One thing kind of flows into the other. Pulaski not terrible tonight defensively once they got into the half court. But one thing they haven't been able to do is they haven't created any turnovers. Radford does a really good job handling the basketball. And there's the 6th player to hit a 3. Timeout, Radford, 50-31 with 2:42. That's just a 30-second timeout. Get real quickly to the second question. Some of the better teams, obviously the 83-84 team led by Michael Porter and Todd Hopkins. Ivan Snell started on that game. Charlie Moe Arnold and Darrell Webb, I believe, was the starter. But Bobby Hunter came off and scored double figures off the bench sometimes. That team went all the way to the AAA state championship and got beat by John Marshall in the championship game. At the time, I believe it was Marshall Huguenot with or something. They had consolidated, and now they're split back out. But anyway, we played Mount Vernon in the semifinals that year in football and basketball. If you want to, you're thinking about, how large our school is and the difference between now and then. We had, what was a lot of, us in Mount Vernon, we won the Arby's Classic. We had a really good team. probably favored in that game. That was a bit of an upset that Marshall beat us, and then I really think we had the football game won that night, and we had a couple injuries late, and Mount Vernon scored 2 touchdowns late and won 28-21, and then went on to win the state championship with like 5 touchdowns. But anyway, so we split with them, and not one player played both sports that year. That's how many. That's a pretty sizable amount of athletes, and not just good athletes. A lot of college players. Dickie Johnson and Todd Grantham off that football team both signed with Tech. But anyway, back to the action here. That was certainly the best team. Wesley scores inside. And, Radford had Pulaski pretty spread out. Jersey Johnson in now running some point for Pulaski. Good patience, good high screen there by Underwood, and finished by O'Neill. I think they push it. It's Kyle's 8th point. He's been a pretty consistent, right around 7-8 points a night. It's not bad for a sophomore in his first varsity action. Radford running a nice little pick and roll, slip to action. Kelly not quite on the point there for the 3. But pretty well run there by Radford. Some other teams that I was going to mention. I know the original team here was really good, and I remember us in Halifax going 5 overtimes, and after that it seemed like I think we lost a player off that team. But Smith and Harvey had 2,000-point scores, but they didn't finish the season very well. Then about 94-95 with Webb and Hash, and Lilly was on that team. McNair, Eric Hunter, Matt Burns, a lot of good players on that team, certainly. And I think they got all the way through the regionals, maybe in the first round of the state. And then 2005, team with Ernie Hodge and Corey Poindexter, Ryan Dean, J.R. Montgomery, Andrew Hart, Austin Twine, all guys that went on athletically in college. We went 23-2, and we're upset here in the regionals. Really felt like we had an opportunity to make a push into the Final Four that year. But that would be 3 of the teams I would name. I'm certainly missing some, but 30 seconds to go in the quarter. 52-33 Radford. They seem pretty content to run their action. They got the side cleared, and Cormany got to the rim. Foul's on Bourne. That's his 3rd. Good weave action there by Pulaski County, and Gully hits the pull-up. I tell you, if you're watching this game and had no idea what the score is, you would think the Bobcats, to me, would be up 12 or 14 at the very most, and you look up and they're up 19, and that's just really had a lot to do with the three-pointer. They've hit 10 threes tonight, I believe, 10 or 11 threes. And it just pushes that lead out so fast. Pulaski did a fairly decent job, a couple of defensive possessions, but they come at you fast and furious. Pulaski will have the ball start the quarter here, and if you're Pulaski right here, not too early really to start looking at tomorrow night. I mean, because you're going to see a team in PH that has the returning Times Land Player of the Year and Smith at point guard, and so you're going to be facing a very, very good opponent, and so you need to be able to run your stuff, and they're going to put a lot of pressure on, just like Bradford does, and do a really good job. They're going to trap here and there, so you're going to have to handle the ball strong. And Pulaski, although not quite where Coach Kanoy wants it tonight, much better than the showing down in Radford. Nice play, nice dish there to Underwood underneath, and pretty good move there, almost with the finish, but he followed his own shot and got fouled. So Pulaski held underneath there. That's a pretty good play there. I really enjoyed the action. They faked the action where they were going to screen across inside. McNaney went to the corner, and Gully was able to sneak inside. Good play call there by Kanoy and good execution inside. Good take there by the younger Cormany. Gavin Cormany all the way to the rim. Little runner off the glass. Boy, they got that thing quickly reversed, and the whole side was clear. Prelo quickly to the rim with it. Bourne right back down at him. A little bit of their own medicine right there, and count the basket. So he'll go to the line. That's as pure as it can be. I think he's taken 3 or 4 threes tonight and hadn't hit the rim yet. Timeout Pulaski because they couldn't get the ball inbounds. Again, thank you for tonight's game sponsor, Lewis Gale Hospital in Pulaski. We'll be back here tomorrow night. JV at 5:30, varsity I would say about 7:10, 7:15. And we'll do it all over again. We're taking on the Patrick Henry Patriots. So not going to get any easier tomorrow night for Pulaski. So very important here in this last 5:49 how they finish the game. Down 61-39. Not the best of showings, but obviously much better. And, with some young guys out there playing, have to be pleased with some progress here. That's the first clean look tonight for Peyton McDaniel. But, the scouting report says he's a shooter. But, again, nobody getting back there on Knipe. I think Pulaski maybe had a sub in and don't really have a post player in the game. We got five guards out there, and nobody knew had Knipe, and he just ran clean all the way to the rim. .435 remaining in the game. Good action there. Really kind of like what Pulaski in the prelude and the post, and the nice little hammer screen outside on the ball side. And there's McDaniel again with his second three. I'd like to see that. Right back, Cormany right back. Good finish by Bourne.
Team time number 5. Substitutions.
Coach Cormany getting 327, 69-47. I think getting a couple of this Prelo and Knipe certainly out. In the lineup, I think, for the first time tonight is Trail Dobson, number 40. Kelly also back in, number 30. Wesley, number 24. Jersey Johnson in for the Cougars, number 4, replacing Bourne. Pump fake pass, wide open three. Good stuff. Air is going Radford. A lot of people on the floor. Good hustle there by both teams. 3 minutes to go, 69-48. Radford up 21. Our remaining schedule this week will be Patrick Henry here. Boys will be back on the air Friday night. The girls will travel to PH tomorrow night. And we'll be back here, I think it's Friday night. And then Saturday at noon is only the one varsity girls play one game versus Salem. Salem's JV is not coming, so it's just going to be a varsity game. So that'll be a noon tip on Saturday, one game only. So we'll be with you tomorrow night, same time, coming on the air right before 5:30 tip of the JV game, and stay with you through the varsity game. 3 straight for Peyton McDaniel. That's a good job, really staying with himself there. Rick just calling a quick timeout to get subs in. Think if you want, you can go right back into play there. But if think Coach Canoy wanted to talk to his guys real quick there. So we got a couple of new players in here for Radford. Got all the starters out now. So 44. I think that's Gilliam Lard. I'm not sure. Kelly's in. I apologize. The roster here that was on our school has 242s. Carter Davis and Gilliam Lard, but no 44. It also had Alex Knipe as the offensive lineman at number 56, and I knew that wasn't right. So anyway. I think Gavin wanted to have the hardened sidestep, but Mike Burton, official Mike Burton, wasn't having it. 2 minutes to go here. I think it's about the first clean look that kid's had at a 3 second half. Bradford definitely found him in the second half. Really nice finish there by Kelly. For a 6'3", 6'4" freshman, that's pretty daggone smooth. Fish with the left hand there, the Euro. Jaden Krause in for Pulaski, number 12 as well. That handoff has worked pretty well. Peyton rushed that one a little bit. I think he was a little anxious trying to go for 4 in a row. All right, so 42 is in the game now. That's Gilliam Lard. I would assume 44 then is potentially Carter Davis. I don't see any other. Yep. Just verified that is Carter Davis, 44th. A nice 2 there. .30 seconds here. Lane O'Neill with that pretty left-handed J. Timeout Pulaski. Again, this you got to carry this momentum into tomorrow night, and you want to end the game on a positive. Pulaski coming out of the timeout in a full court man, it looks like. Again. That'll be it. Wesley all the way to the rim. He'll score the last one there. And 78-54. 24-point defeat, but at the same time, I think some good things we saw out there tonight. I'll be back with you in about 2 minutes. I'll get your final box score. And again, thanks to tonight's sponsor, Lewis Gale Hospital in Pulaski. Thank you for being tonight's game sponsor. And we'll be here tomorrow night. Tip off 5:30.
Thank you again for coming out tonight. We look forward to seeing you here tomorrow.
For the Bobcats, Landon Clark 11, PJ Prelude 16, Cam Cormany 21, Gavin Cormany 5, Nate Wesley 9, Elijah Kelly 2, Alex Knipe 12, and Carter Davis 2. For the Cougars, JJ Gully with 8, Josh Bourne 7, Peyton McDaniel 9, AJ McLeod 2, Kyle O'Neill 11, Lane Nestor 15, Alex Sealander 2. And again, your final score, 78-54 Radford. We'll be back tomorrow night. JV tip-off is at 5:30. Yep. You done? Yep.